Ho ho ho! Hello one and all. It is Santa Uber, your favorite jolly fat man. And I have a special Christmas gift for you. And you know what that gift is? It's the gift that keeps on giving. It is the gift of cut rates and less money. Ho ho ho! Isn't that wonderful? Hey everyone, this is Kevin the Apptrepreneur, and for the record, you won't see Santa Uber again. That's probably going to go off very, very poorly with the viewers. That's probably going to be very embarrassing. It's going to get memed, probably. But I want to do it because it's just as ridiculous as the story. Now, here's the thing. Some people might even argue, because this happened a few days ago, and they may say, well, Kevin, they're not actually cutting rates. They're repurposing their rates. In fact, that's what this USA Today article says. Uber adjusts rate structure for drivers. And I think it's fascinating. It's really fascinating to watch, because the thing is, Uber is doing this and they're claiming that it will, lead to more consistent earnings, but no one will make more money. Which begs the question, why do it at all if the net result is going to be the same? Let's look at what they're talking about. So it says, ride-hailing company Uber is rebalancing rates to encourage drivers not to cancel as many rides. Of course, everything is about them. The company stresses that consumers won't see their fares go up, nor will drivers see an overall increase in their earning. I think they meant drivers. But instead, a more consistent ride for them with fewer ups and downs. See, there's that word consistent. What does consistent mean to these people? But anyway, for instance, instead of being charged purely for distance, which results in cars sometimes sitting in traffic, the new rates factor in time and distance. And the strange thing is, this actually seems positive on the surface. It's something that me and other UberTubers like Peterson and, Dark Road Run have been asking for years, actually, and your personal driver. But the way that they're giving it, of course, is purely Uber greed, and it's not going to help us when you see it. So Uber sent a note to drivers in 14 cities informing them of the change Tuesday. Quote, "We are increasing your per minute rate on each trip so your earnings are more consistent. Yay! Regardless of traffic or unexpected delays. Yay!" Uber said in an email sent drivers. "Your time is now being valued at a higher rate. Yay! I'm so excited." Drivers sometimes make a decision to not pick up customers and to cancel the rides if they're short term, thus not as profitable. Quote, "The time-based increase is balanced by lowered rates for distances." So your overall payment should remain the same. Oops. Uber said in its note. It's just really tiring to keep reading that. It's always funny when Uber highlights how much better their system's going to be, how much greater their new pay is going to be, but that every single time they kind of sucker punch you but you won't make any more money, and it's like, that's what they want. They don't care about consistency. They just want to make more money. It's probably more consistent for Uber, but not for the drivers. But oh well. In particular, we expect that you'll be able to earn more on shorter trips or when you're stuck in traffic. Now, here's the thing with this. Shorter trips, no, you're not going to make more on shorter trips. Short trips are short trips. There's a reason you don't want them in the first place. As for when you're stuck in traffic, yeah, in some cases you might make more money if you're stuck in traffic, because now the time rate is higher. And in all fairness, with the time rate going up, if it goes up in a way where you're guaranteed minimum wage, then this wouldn't completely be a bad thing. But again, they're lowering the distance rate, which by a pretty big chunk, and we're going to see what I'm talking about in a moment. But anyway, Uber advertises the expedited price of the ride up front based on the estimated length and the duration of the trip. This estimate can vary as we predict real-world factors like traffic. I'll bet. So anyway, what are they talking about? Well, here's what they're talking about. Some viewer sent me this email, and I thank you to that person. And there's the whole thing. But as you can see, with the new Uber X rates, the time rate is up 62%. The Uber XL rates, the time rate is up 40%. But the distance rate for the Uber X is being dropped by 32%. And for the Uber XL, it's being dropped by 17%. As for the new Uber pool rates, the time rate is going up 82% and the distance rate is going down 38%. Now, what is that? Well, it kind of depends your market. But here's the thing. Where I'm living, the distance rate is 74 cents a mile and 12 cents a minute. So you can probably do the math and figure out what that's going to work out to. There's a chart that better illustrates what it is. So here's where this is going to become interesting for me, because again, we have been pushing for a higher timed rate for a while. Like, you should pay a higher time, like pay enough on the time itself so that time will cover minimum wage. And then the distance is extra. That's what it should be. I don't know if this actually gets to that point yet. Someone else could probably do the math. I suck at math whenever I try to do it, so it's probably just best for me not to do that. However, here's the interesting thing. I fairly recently made a video, or maybe it was 2 videos, I think it was 2, where I discussed Amazon, and don't click out just yet, hear me out. Amazon announced that they were raising the minimum wage to $15 an hour. And I didn't make a video right away because I was so suspicious of that move. It's like, okay, what is the catch? What is the catch? I've never known this company to actually do anything that was in the interest of the employees. Kind of like how I don't expect Uber to do anything in the interest of the drivers. I just don't. There's certain companies that you just know they're going to screw you however they want, however they can to help them. And then Amazon dropped the bombshell. Well, they didn't drop it. It was leaked. The employees would no longer get stock options or their holiday bonus, which actually amounted to way more money than the minimum wage hike, especially in some areas where they were making like $14 an hour anyway, which was rare, but some places they made $14 an hour. They're giving up thousands of dollars worth of stock options, hundreds of dollars at the end of the year in bonuses for a $1 an hour raise that you're going to get taxed on, so you don't even get to enjoy that full dollar. Yeah. And the interesting thing was the response I got from people. The response I got for a lot of people, some of whom I believe are Uber drivers, saying, hey, you know what? You can quit that job if you want. You want this? Well, something has to give. We know Amazon could afford to just give people an extra $5 an hour. They can just do that. They're worth so much money. They just don't want to do that. Uber could easily afford to pay the drivers. And now we're in a very, very similar situation. And I'm just going to be interested to see what some of the people actually respond to who defended Amazon's basically, round the way cutting wages. Yeah, they're paying more hourly, but they're paying way less in the long run because of the lack of the stock options and the bonuses. And a lot of people defended that like, well, hey, you wanted this. This is how you get it. And I argued, you're not giving someone something if you're taking something away. Because the whole point is you give them a raise. That's what they want. They want a raise. They want more money, period. You don't say, well, we'll give you this, but we'll take away this, because it defeats the purpose of asking. And now we are in that situation with Uber. They are finally giving us our raise on the time. We have asked for that for a long time because it will greatly help us. While at the same time, they are now dropping the rates for the distance, which means whatever we make up with the time will in fact be crippled by the lack of the distance rates. In fact, here's the other thing. With short trips, if it's like a less than 2-mile trip, you will probably now make less money because of these changes. This isn't helping the drivers. This is essentially another pay cut, only it's worded a little differently. Because in some rare situations, if I pick someone up and they're going 20 miles somewhere and I get stuck in traffic where it takes an hour and a half to make that normal 20-minute trip, then yes, I am making a heck of a lot more money than I was before, and this, raise does help. But those situations are rare. And here's the other thing. Most trips will be smooth. They will be conflict-free. And on those trips where, like, you're not adding on any extra time, you are now having a cut rate. Because the distance, when you drive more, but it goes by in less time than you expected, you are now going to be making 32% less of your fare. Thank you, Santa Uber. As always, your generosity knows no bounds. Knows no bounds whatsoever. Again, I'm really curious to see what the people who defended the Amazon thing, where they were basically not giving away anything because they were taking something major away. The people who defended that, I wonder if they're going to come back to this and go like, oh, yeah, that's fine. Because now they're the ones getting screwed. And they're going to find out, oh, yeah, that's not too nice. Bottom line, you want to take care of your drivers. You want to take care of your employees. You want to take care of anyone who works for you and say, hey, I want to do something nice for you. You just give them the raise. You don't take something away to give them the raise. You just do that. If you can afford to do that, and these companies can, you should just do it. But you know what? I'm going to end it there. And now I open up the questions to you guys. What do you think? Do you agree? Do you disagree? I would love to know. Comment below. Like, favorite, share, subscribe. If you enjoy these videos, consider becoming a Patreon member. It's totally optional, of course, but even as little as $1 a month goes a long way to helping the channel run smoothly. And as always, flame responsibly. Have a good one.